this question.
That's good.
What's up, everybody? This your boy, Turd Ferguson. We're here to talk all things Broncos. I know we're all here for sports. All my chat goes away. I'm just kidding. It's not sports. I'm kidding. I am Turd Ferguson, though, if you didn't catch that. I don't know why I'm Turd Ferguson tonight, but tonight I am the Turd Ferguson. So anyway, welcome in, my fellow collectors. It is Wednesday. You've made it halfway through the week. Almost there. Almost there. Not quite. Quite, but you're almost there. So pat yourself on the back because you're awesome and you made it this far. And it's all downhill from here because you get to the top of the hump and then you go the rest. So I am your host, Kenzo. Welcome in, everybody. I appreciate y'all joining. You could be doing lots of things at this moment in your life, and I appreciate you throwing this show on while you're doing whatever you're doing. So let's get to the chat quickly before it runs away from me, because that's what happens on a Wednesday. Who is this idiot? Oh, that was me. I was just making sure that it was working. You know, sometimes you got to just check it. Motu Guru, man, we have to set up our meeting here. We haven't even got to that yet. We need to. I of course he's not in a big hurry. I'm in the hurry to get a slopper, bro. You know, slopper and a schooner. See. So we got same time toys. What's going on? I got some stuff. So all the stuff I've been needing to ship, it's getting out. So all the stuff that everybody's expecting, whether on the super chat stuff, the member stuff, all of that stuff is on its way out. So you should get it mid next week, early next week, something like that. Probably early next week is what I'm looking at. So anywho, and I'll get tracking numbers for you guys too once I get everything squared away. Tasty Cake is in the house. What is up, Jeff? Just Jeff is in the house. Hello. I have to say it that way. I don't know why. Nolan is in the house, making us kind of cool. Because, you know, if Nolan's here, you're kind of cool. I'm not really that cool, but because Nolan's in my chat, I'm kind of cool. Jetman, what is going on, brother? Welcome in. Welcome in. We have Allison Troy. That makes me kind of really cool with Allison Troy coming in. So, what is going on, my friend? Welcome into the show. We've got Joe and a superstar, Joey Curiel. We got the rock star in the house. What is up, brother? Welcome in. Welcome in. Faker Battle Cat. My goodness, the names just keep piling on. Man, I am not worthy to have such a cool group here. I don't know what's going on. Of course, yes, it is Bronco time. Let's go Broncos. We found out our schedule. It looks like we're playing in Kansas City for Christmas. That's great. So, yeah, yep. Oh goodness. Let's see. We've got Sight Beyond Sight. Welcome in. I'm hoping I'm not missing anybody. I think I've got everything going. Yes. Hooray. I didn't let it get away from me. At least early on, I didn't. So, man, it's been a busy week. Pretty busy week. I was lucky enough, honored enough. I got to join Brick Something on his show on Monday. He had a kind of an odd day live with his news, which is the needless ephemera that we saw. He won't be working on Sunday this week, which he normally does. So he did a Monday, and he kind of figured that my ass was home. My crippled ass was sitting at home doing nothing. So he's like, "Hey, you want to do it?" So I'm happy that that I was there. So, and then yeah, so I did a little Monday work, and then of course just dad stuff. Merrick had a he plays the baritone, and they had a concert last night, so we got to go, and it was about an hour long. It was cool. We got to sit and hang out and listen to him play. That was cool. And then I got home, watched my Nuggets get beat in the end. They did really, really well up until the fourth quarter. In the last like 4 or 5 minutes, they shit the bed. And Michael Porter Jr.'s just needs to know when he just needs to stop playing because he's injured and he can't hit a shot when he's hurt like that. I mean, he did early on, but you could just tell. I mean, when it's kicking in like that, you got to stop. Just put someone in that might be able to make a shot, because those two that he missed killed us. So anyway, yeah. So my Nuggets are down 3-2. We go home and play a couple days, and then we'll see. We'll see if we can hang on or not. I don't know. We'll see what's going on. What's up? Alf Inflict is in the house. Man, this dude's been printing up a storm. Cannot wait to see the finished product when he's done. Oh man, good shit, man. Good shit. Jetman says, "Go Knicks." Hey, I'm not saying you got lucky, because they probably would have beat him either way, but you got a gift. You got a gift, unfortunately, with someone getting injured. I feel bad for Tatum, though, man. That sucks. Achilles. Oh, you God. You know how many people? Well, and they've been technology, I guess, and just the way they take care of themselves and things like that. It's something that it's people come back from that more often than not. Back in the day, you hear Achilles and you're like, career, but he'll be back. He'll be fine. But yeah, that sucked, man. But yeah, I think the Knicks would have beat him anyway. So they still got one more game, and then they will meet up with the Pacers, who beat the Cavaliers, who was the best team in the East. And I was hoping my Nuggets would have moved on already, but we lost at the last 3-4 minutes of 2 games in a row. We were up 10, and we end up blowing it. So Jokic can't do everything. We need a deeper team. We don't have a bench. The GM that we fired, he kind of screwed us. Like, there's not much to say about it. He didn't pick up the right bench. He let the wrong people go. We should have still had KCP on the bench or coming off. I mean, we should have still had him as a starter and Bruce Brown coming off the bench. We should have had those two on our squad. We should never have let those guys go. So anyway, Matthew, what's going on? Hey, mentioned in the beginning, just to let you know, all that stuff's going out. So you should get it early to mid next week, all that stuff. And I've been working on all the next round of stuff. So if we do get that chat thing today, then same thing. I do have a lot of stuff that I'm almost done painting. So I'm trying to catch up and make myself a little bit ahead. So that way, once these weekly lives come, once the live is over, I can box up that mystery box and send it out. So I'm actually catching up pretty good. I've been getting some specialty prints that are going to be more the material that I'm using, and some paint, and then that way it kind of mixes it up. But it's cool, adds a little extra. Yes, Dominique did come back from Achilles tear. I remember why. I remember that play. I remember watching him. He kind of stuck his foot out. He was dribbling. He stuck his foot out, and he was like, "Oh shit!" But I mean, look at Vashawn Leonard. Vashawn Leonard didn't, and I know he was kind of a, he was kind of a spot up shooter. But I think it's just how hard you want to work to get back. That's just really it. I mean, Chris Harris Jr. came back from a blown ACL in 6 weeks. So, I mean, it happens. People take care of themselves more. There's a lot more options, like with those hyperbolic chambers and all this other shit where they, put their limbs in there to heal faster and all that good stuff. So, yeah, Dominique was a badass, I got to say. I definitely like Dominique. He was a tough player. He obviously not just the dunks. He was a good player. He was solid. He had, what did he have? Did he have over, I think he had over 30,000 points, didn't he? Or 25 at least. I know he did pretty good. Uh-oh. We're getting started already from the man who won. Absolutely. Oh, no, you don't have to worry about that, brother. I appreciate it. That's all completely included, man. That's good stuff. So thank you. We will go ahead and jump on. It's this one. All right. Yeah, he didn't do too good with the Clips, did he? It was weird seeing him in a Boston uniform too. After all those years with Atlanta, and then seeing him play for the Celtics was weird. That was just really weird. Some of those people, like Patrick Ewing in an Orlando Magic jersey, Hakeem Olajuwon in a Raptor jersey, just weird. It goes back to seeing like Joe Namath. What was it? Joe Namath was he in a Niners? Wait, not Niners. Where did he play? Did he go? So he went to the Jets, and then he played for, I don't know, some of these other guys that just didn't end their careers really well. Yeah, he kind of went around everywhere. I think he played for Orlando for a while too, right? He was all over the place. But just seeing people like, who else was a weird one? There was a bunch of weird ones though. Was it Niners? Yeah, it was Niners. Okay, I thought so. But it was kind of like the last hope. They were like, I think I could do, whatever else. And it was almost like when Jake Plummer, when Denver tried to screw him because of Mike Shanahan not liking him, because Mike Shanahan was a dick. Although he was nice. I met him the one time. He was nice to me. But anyway, the whole thing about Plummer sucked. And then they wanted to trade him to Tampa Bay. And he's like, no, I'm going to retire. And then I'm going to go be a handball champion. So he just did that. And now he's taking mushrooms and feeling good about himself. So there you go. Frankie, what's going on, brother? Welcome in. Brandon Roy as a T. Was he good enough to be memorable in a different uniform? I think he was one of those. I guess he was good. He was good for a while. Yeah, Emmitt Smith with the Cardinal was really weird. That was, and so for me, I'm lucky and blessed because I had people like John Elway finished out, had Joe Sakic, we had Patrick Waugh. We didn't have to see these people. We did see Peter Forsberg in a Flyers jersey for a while, but then he came back. Rice. Yeah. He only played preseason, but I snagged a jersey of him. I have a blue number 19 Jerry Rice jersey, Broncos. That's got to be worth something, right? Yeah, OJ Simpson with the Niners. That was weird. Jerry Rice, Seahawks. Didn't Tim Brown? Oh no, Tim Brown went to the Tampa Bay, but I think they did pretty good with him, right? Thurman Thomas. Oh yeah, that was weird. That was really weird. Too good. All right. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna lose everybody. No more sports. So first things first, you guys if you saw the picture of my thumbnail or whatever. Been getting lazy on my thumbnail. Gee, look at that dang Skeletor. He's huge. figure that castle's 3 feet tall. So Skeletor's, third of the way up there. I started working on Marlena's ship, and I did debut it on Brick Something Show on Monday, and it's still up here. So I figured let's take a look at it while we're here. Oh, this thing's a monster. Okay, so this piece I need to attach and I need to clean up because it's real foggy, but this is a clear resin print. It doesn't look too clear, but once I get it cleaned up and put some good sealant on it, that'll be good. But here it is. So I've got a lot of the parts. You could see the gaps here. I still need to do some putty work and some sanding. There is a lot of work to go into this bad boy. This part here is already smooth as a baby's butt. So I've got this all done. I've got this part all done. I need to connect this with the putty, sand it all. There is a piece that was a misprint, that was a fail. Apparently, any time it doesn't come out perfect, it's a fail, right? So, but here's the chair, came out pretty good, and I have the body of Marlena. I'm printing Marlena in her spacesuit, which was also a file on called 3D. It was Moron. I want to say Moron because if you look at it and you're an American, you say it's not Moron, it's Moron Wallace. Moron. That's why I have to say it with an accent because that doesn't sound right if I don't. But this piece here, so it slides. So it's one where you can cover everything completely like she's in outer space, or when she's landing, if you want to pull it back and just have a little gap to show her flying it. But this piece right here, the support dropped on it. So this part was a collapse, but luckily everything else connected, and I'm putting some putty over the top of it. And then this piece doesn't really matter because for the most part, that piece is going to be covered because I probably will have her sitting in the chair with her head with her just riding it. And so I'll have Marlena sitting in there, and then this piece will be like her little front cover, the little front window. And there's just going to be a small gap to see her on the display. And then, of course, obviously I have to paint it. It does have NASA on there. And then it's got the logo that's on her outfit and everything there too, with the rainbow or whatever. So, yeah. So it doesn't have any landing gear, which was weird because his file that he initially showed, it had landing gear down, but there was no file or any pieces for landing gear. So I'll just have to set it somewhere. It's really heavy, so I'm going to have to put it on a shelf. Once you get it, if I get a good shot on a 2x4 up there, I could probably hang it, but we'll see. The heavy stuff is a little harder to kind of put up there. So just like the collector right there, I have that. Now hold on a second. That point was correct. Okay. So yeah, the collector. I just want to make sure because I know my camera's reversed. I wanted to make sure it was showing me point to the right place. But that's the 3D print of the collector, and it's heavy. So I have it on a shelf. So Cobweb Collector is in the house. Hola, my friend. How are you, sir? Got my mythic. Oh, wait. Marvel Legends Khazar. I do have that one. Too. I haven't opened it yet, though. That's the. No. I don't have that. Do I have that one? Shit. I think I do. Yeah, no, I do have that one. He's the He-Man looking one, right? I think. The skinny He-Man. I thought so, but maybe not. All right. So thank you. Obi-Juan Chingones is in the house. The coolest name on YouTube. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. And thank you so much. Nolan, thank you. Yeah, it's been a chore. I mean, it's not as much of a chore as the damn Crystal Castle was, but there's still a lot of, I'm telling you, my fingerprint changes every, no, it doesn't change, but a couple of layers of my fingertips come off every time because you're trying to hold it into place, and I don't have anybody else to help me do anything. It's just me by myself. So I'm trying to line it up and put the glue on there, and then the glue runs sometimes if it's not on the right spot, and then your fingers are connected to your fingers, or it's connected to the part, and you're pulling your finger off trying to make sure and hold it in place. It's a fucking mess. So anyway, all right. So Gady's Toys is in the house. Welcome in. Watching Rogue One, but hey, all right. Well, I appreciate you coming in and saying hi while you're watching the Rogue One. I need to catch up. Apparently, I watched the first 2 episodes of the one before that. The one that's everybody's talking about that's in season 2. I don't remember. Whatever. Fuck me, man. My brain. Gotta stop cussing. All right. So Shao Kahn, I have to say every time. Fatality. Welcome in. I appreciate you joining. Let's see. Dude, I'm telling you, Obi-Wan Chingones is my favorite name. It's cooler than Turd Ferguson. Kind of cool. I mean, Turd Ferguson's pretty cool. Wait, it's the other way. It's Turd Ferguson's on this side because this is where my camera is backwards. Turd Ferguson. You guys all know Turd Ferguson, right? Yeah. Yeah. The guy from it was the Burt Reynolds character on Saturday Night Live, played by what's his name? Oh, you guys know. I forgot already. But I don't remember anything. I don't even remember the name of the show I was watching from Star Wars. All right, let's see. Let's go through. I know you guys have it. Let's see. Is that the full-size print of the Rainbow Star? It is for It'll Fit Origins. So I did already put an Origins woman figure in there. It's perfect fit. I do have printed parts to make it into Marlena. So yes, that will be a full Origin size. Alf, I feel you on sometimes it's better to sculpt than fail. Yeah, dude. Especially that piece. If it was something else, like one of the wing pieces or the front, that was the whole big back chunk of it. Like, I mean, we're looking at, so you could see the line here. So it was from here to here over, and it has all the back piece, all of that. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna go over it a couple more times and I'll get it. I'll make sure that I get it clear and clean. So yeah, she barely landed. Exactly. She didn't even have any landing gear, right? She had to get rescued after, right? And I'm not trying to offend. I'm just talking about what Skeletor would say. She couldn't fly the plane just like a woman. Right? That's what he says. So I'm just kidding. Don't get mad at me. If there actually is any women that are watching the show, I'm sorry. It was a joke. No, dude, you're good, man. You know what YouTube says when people spam chats? They say, "Ooh, look at the engagement. You spam all you want, sir. That's all good, man. Shit. Need to rent out a storefront and storage unit, display all your Motu." Dude, honestly, like, so my dad came over, and my dad is also my landlord. I rent from my folks. You know, so obviously I got a killer deal, and I just pay their mortgage basically because they had to find someone to move into their place so they can buy the house that they're in now. They were like, well, we can't. I mean, with the loans and with the outstanding, like we need to have you have a renter before we can let you buy this house. So of course I was like, I'll move right in. So I was moving back from Albuquerque. I've been here for 20 years. I've been in this house. So I mean, I've been here for a long time. So anyway, so my dad come over and he's like, just because he with my back and stuff, he does help out, even though he's in his 70s. He's 74 and he's still like kicking ass. Like we're doing the cooler and he just runs up the ladder. I'm like, Dad, be careful on the roof. And he's like, oh, I'm good. You know, he's like, he's still kicking, man. Like I know people that are 74 that can't even get out of a chair. And this dude is just climbing up ladders and like, so we were pulling weeds and I cut the grass the other day. So we were kind of getting the sprinkler system going and all that. And he opens up the garage and I'm like, I know. He's like, those are all full. I go, yeah. I literally have 50 totes full of toys that are unopened. So not only do I need to open up a storefront to display my Motu to show off, but I have a whole shit ton of toys that I need to sell. Like, I don't need all those fucking toys. Use my language. I gotta stop cussing. I'm monetized. Don't cuss. Speaking moistly, second coolest name. Speaking moistly, you did have the coolest name on YouTube until Obi-Wan Chingones came in. And I think we all can kind of agree that that is the coolest name ever. Figure Battle Cat. How much to see this? $2. $2. Andor, thank you. That's what I started watching, Jetman. I appreciate it. Yeah, I started watching that. I saw the first, I think it was maybe just the first episode. So I have a way to go. I'm on season one. I definitely need to get through that. Dude, honestly, and you see all these people that are in tandem and they have somebody helping them out, and you're like, man, I wish I had somebody to help me out. Man, I'd tell my kid to come do something, and he would drop it or throw it or something. He'd be like, dude, I got to do my game over here. No, I'm just one of these days, man. He's been kind of every now and then, but I think it's more interesting to where I would probably have him help me do like a live stream or something, because he's really into doing that. I'm telling you guys, I know it's not our age group and it's not our age of things, but my son, his YouTube handle is Channel Does Random, all one word. And he's already got 3.5 or 3.1 or 3.2 thousand subs. He's killing me in sub count. And of course he's younger. They just do the shorts, but he does all of these little cool shows that like he puts in. So he's got this game called Animal Company that he uses on his VR, and he's running through, and you could play with like an ape, a gorilla, you could play with a pug, all these different animals. And he put on this thing where like a 3-minute skit where it was like a preview to a horror show that's kind of like Invasion of the Body Snatchers. And he used I did CapCut for him. I did the pro so he can, and he loves that because he does so much into that. He's so creative. I'm so proud of him. It's so cool. Like, it's just funny. And then it's like, how do you come up with this shit? It's just really, really good stuff. He even at the end, like one of the parts when the guy dies, it comes up with that old. And I told him, I said, that's really how it was back then. He goes, yeah. When it was all, we're sorry. If you'd like to make a call, please hang up or dial the operator. And he used, like the old landlines and stuff. Oh my God. So anyway, so yeah, that's what he's been doing, and I am freaking super proud. It's so cool. All right, so we got people saying hi, and yes, Andor, thank you. Miss Mattel sending me a free She-Ra to review. I'm gonna call her Freera. There you go. Attaboy. Yes, Norm McDonald. Thank you. Pedro Pascal is the new Burt Reynolds. Yeah, it kind of does look like him, right? The Beetlejuice Dante's Inferno finally arrived, thankfully, in one piece. That's cool. Beetlejuice Dante's Inferno. I don't know if I've seen that one. Really, Cobb? You be getting free stuff, man. Damn. One of these days, man. I don't know, man. I'm doing something wrong. You can give me no free shit. Maybe I'm cussed too much because I just said free shit, right? Anyway, so that is one. So going back, so we are just to recap, we are at $9.99, and like every stream, I will go through it quickly. Once we cross $25, we will have the race, and we will have the top 3 run the race, and whoever wins will get a blind box. If we do not get to 25, then we'll just do it again next week. No big deal. But just so you guys are aware, we still have that going, and they still will be a blind box. They will be painted parts, complete, ready to put on your figure, not something that you would have to paint yourself. Unless you want it to, then you can tell me after the stream, and then I'll give you something unpainted if you want to paint it yourself. Because some people like to paint, so that's just how it goes. I love to paint. Like, I would be all over like unpainted shit because I like my own paint. So here, I put out a video earlier if you didn't see it. So Sunlu is a brand of 3D printing resin, and they also do filament. But they're a budget brand. So if you find a normal resin for a decent price of 25 to 30 for kind of your base resin, Sunlu's going to have one for $13 and $15. And yes, can you tell sometimes on the quality? I'm sure. If you buy a $300 bottle of resin, I guarantee you it's going to be freaking phenomenal. And it's going to probably have more pliability. It's probably going to be a little bit more, as far as strength and durability. But Sunlu I first saw, I can't believe it, they had a glow-in-the-dark resin. And of course, I got to give it a try because it was $30. the only other glow in the dark resin that I'd ever seen before that was from a company called Ceratec. And Ceratec had a phenomenal, everything I have that I've done glow in the dark was from Ceratec, but it's a $60 bottle of resin. So you have to use it sparingly. You have to really want to print what you're printing. You can't just mess around like with this other resin. But you know, like the glow in the dark Modi and like the armor for glow for scare glow and just different stuff. Like anything glow in the dark that I've ever done had been Ceratec, expensive. But this stuff, so I got this resin in and I opened it up and I thought it was a mistake. I thought they gave me a bust, like something went wrong in the when they were putting in the packages. Maybe the temperature was bad, or sometimes, you know, it didn't look like light would leak through, because when light leaks through, it just solidifies. It doesn't turn into like this. It literally looked like porridge. It was like lumpy, clumpy potatoes. Like it was strange, right? And it was solid goop. And I was like, what the? So I poured it out just a little in one of my little, I don't know, little filter things. And it just sat there on top. Didn't go through the filter because it was just like boogers, man. It was crazy. So I didn't know, and I looked it up, and apparently that's how it comes. That's how it's supposed to, because even though it's got a very strange texture, once that thing goes down, it's not solid. It squishes it. It goes to nothing. It's literally like a Slurpee, you know, like it's gonna smash down. You're not gonna get a solid piece. Either way, I rinsed in some, or I put in some clear resin, and I mixed it all up, and I poured it on, and by golly, it printed perfectly. And it hold on, let me turn out a light. Or two, a light or two. Okay, bam. And this is just from sitting here. I didn't hold it to a light. I didn't do anything there. It was just from the light that came up from the ceiling. And so, I mean, the glow on it is phenomenal. I will say, like, this is one from the Ceratec. So it's a little more green when it's not dark, when it's not glowing. Here's the Ceratec, similar thing. So the Ceratec's I think the only reason this one is lighter is because this is all glow in the dark resin, and this has a little bit of the clear stuff, so it dims it just a bit. And this is a solid print, and this is a very thin print. So the thinner prints aren't going to be as, you know, as much glow in the dark in it. But I think the mixture, but it glows very well either way. But if you're going to tell me that I could do something like this for 30 or that for 60, I could save $30 and still get something that glows just as like this. Hell yeah. I am absolutely in. So, and not to say that these aren't going to be in some blind boxes, just to kind of give you guys a hint on some cool ass shit that I put out there. It's not going to be just your run of the mill crap stuff. I did. So this one was a little bit of a touchy subject after I thought about it, because I didn't realize. So this is the armor for Goatman. But the only thing is that Tavine 3D made this Goatman armor, and Bujaboo made this Hordak armor, or the Hordak logo, and I combined those two together to make this. Well, it just happened the other day that Tavine 3D printed something and made a design using one of Bujaboo's designs as a base, and they're probably not very happy with each other. So me making this isn't that a good thing. I bet Bujaboo would probably get pissed about it. But anyway, so I put the logo on top of this, and it's just one that goes over the head and clips in. So this is actually a really cool design for the armor. And then this is the one from Aliencito, and I also put that piece. So what happened is that Bujaboo made this to add to the chest of Voltec. And so it's formed perfectly. So I was able to, and this was just a blank armor, so I put that on top, and it came out freaking phenomenal. I just got these off the printer. They're still a little bit wet there. I still need a little cleaning to do. But these are my prints of the week also. So this is with that cool red that shines kind of weird. But this one's going to be a cool one to use. I'll paint it up, do some different accent paints to it. And then also, like I said, these are right out the printer. So I have a little bit of, I have to get that. That's just paper towel. So once I get it cleaned off, everything will be nice. And then I'll do some accent touch-ups to that one. And here is the He-Man. I think I showed the He-Man. So this is the Skeletor one with the glow in the dark, which this one will be a good one for scare glow. And last but not least, I did a set of clear, and I will do some accent pieces to this one. So I'm not going to say those may or may not be in blind boxes. They're going to be in freaking blind boxes. So if anybody's out for blind boxes, this is the shit that's in there. Just saying. Okay, get back to the chat over here. We got, oh shit, Mikey, what's up, brother? Are you hitting the lunch break, my friend? Did you get you a sandwich? Did you get you like a ham and cheese sandwich and some Cheetos? Let me go back a little bit. Yes, Matthew, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Yeah, that glow's great. For $30 for a liter, granted, I do. So their clear resin is $13, which is the cheapest I've seen any clear resin. So I bought the clear resin for $13 and then that resin for $30. So it's $43, but I'm getting more of it. So I'm going to be able to dilute the glow in the dark. I have to because it is so thick. It's crazy. It's thicker than, like I said, it's goop. Go back and watch the short that I did after this and you'll see what it looks like. It's crazy. But I'll get more out of it, obviously. And I think it's just completely worth it for $30. And it glows. Like I said, I didn't even hold it to a light. Like if I sit there and hold it up to a light, I mean, like it's, look how my hand glows. Like it lights up my whole hand. You could use it as a damn nightlight, right? So all I would need to do is do some touch-ups. Like I said, this will be a really cool one to do some touch-ups and add for scare glow. I did already make a few of those in the past, so I do want to do some more of those. So anyway, all right. Yes, Joey, I agree. Yeah, it's so good stuff, man. It's for something that cheap, it's worth it for sure. Yeah, dude. No, Aliencito wouldn't care, and because I've actually talked to Aliencito about it. And I'm not saying he made that blank armor for me, but maybe I did suggest it to him a few times about that. And that, like this one here, maybe this one I made for myself. The Aliencito one though, the first time I used his armor was that RoboCop, and I modified it with the anti-Snake Man armor for the Clamp Champ. So I showed him, and obviously I posted him with his name on it saying that I modified it with that. And I asked him about it. Do you have any plain ones? Is there any with the blank? And then like a week later, he sent me an email. He's like, hey, here's that blank one, So for him, he's such a cool dude. Him and Yurko and Lovely Evil Horde, those three, top notch, man. Those are friendly, down to earth, just awesome people. And both Lovely Evil Horde and Yurko, I've gotten people message me to say that they sent them to me to make something that they designed to purchase. So awesome guys. So anyway, but yeah, I agree, Alf. Yeah, it's that part of it's crazy. And I guess that when I didn't think about it till after I was done, I was like, oh, he doesn't like that guy. I probably shouldn't put that on that armor anymore. It's just a one-off. I just want, because it looks so good, doesn't it? Like, look how, God, it's a perfect fit. It's thick looking. It looks like it'd be great for like an army, like an army armor for like a troop builder or whatever. So no Cheetos? Dang, man. You don't have the file with the tape deck that's in the Faker armor. I think yes, I do have that one. I haven't printed that one off. Maybe I did once or twice. I don't know if I sent that to FBC or not. I think I might have printed that and sent it to Faker Battle Cat. I always send him stuff as much as I can for, fake FBC and Eternity Royalty are my boys, man. So if I could do whatever, I mean, like I said, those are my two OG friends that we've been friends since before the old Ray situation. So it's one of those where, yeah, we've been through some shit. So it was cool, man. It was cool. Got to cut that shit, more bang for your bucks. Yeah, and put a little baby powder in that, But love the Golden Nuggets. Got to win them, dude. The guy, welcome in. Yeah, dude. Oh my god. I was not even kidding, and I know people joke and say, "Oh, sports people, you're crazy," but I was literally sick to my stomach last night. Like I was talking to my dad on the phone. I was like, "Dude, what is going on? How are they blowing this? You're up 10, you're up 11. Like, how are you And then, I mean, and a lot of people talk shit, but the refs didn't help. They literally, every other play was a whistle, and we're getting knocked around. Jokic is getting his arms pulled and knocked. I mean, you saw the game. It was a nightmare, man. And I'd like a decal on the wings. Well, I mean, did you see the decal though? Like, it's already, like, it's on there. It's the rainbow. It's just the same one as on her shoulders. It does say NASA on it. Did her say NASA? I don't know if her say NASA on it or not. Off to work. Have a good night. All right, Cop. Thanks for coming in, man. He gifted me the slime creature fig file. He had me. Yeah. Let me see the slime creature. I don't know if I've seen that one. Are you talking about which one? Because there's 3 we were talking about. Yeah, no, he did great on it. And this is an older file. Like, I've had this one for at least a year. I just, I haven't really thought about it because obviously with the Jupiter, I can print larger shit. So now with the Jupiter, plus Alf, I'm sorry. I know I should be printing this with a filament printer because it would be a lot lighter and I need to get my ass in gear and I still haven't even gotten it working yet. Alf, could I just send you a plane ticket and come out and help me out with my... Honestly, it's probably something really stupid, but I'm getting in my own way. Like, I look at it and I go, dude, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't know what I'm going to do with this thing. I just need to quit being such a wimp about it and get it done. Like, I always procrastinate worse when it's something I don't understand and I haven't messed with yet. Once I get it done, I'm going to laugh at myself and go, God, that was so easy, man. What am I doing? So yeah, no, that was cool. And like I said, he did so good. And then, like I said, the Moron Wallace did the, actually, you know what? Let me pull it up real quick. I can show you guys. It's not like the greatest sculpt, but what happened was he's also the one that did the female Zodak figure way before Revolution was a thing. And he did such a great job, even if I just use the torso. Like, even if I just use the torso of Marlena, it's going to be perfect. And I use the head as well, because obviously it's a spaceship. It's a helmet. It's a space helmet. But let me go over. Oops. Let me get out of here first. Okay. Let me do my present screen. Oh, yes, Alf. I do. Yes, he did send me that as well. Yeah. And I didn't realize it was the slime part of it. I remember seeing it. He did send, maybe he just sent me the message. I don't think he sent me the file, but he showed it to me. He always kind of sends me when he's going through stuff. So here's the Marlena, and it shows, because he has, the head is printable, and the helmet is printable without a face, and then also there's a printable head with the spaceship or the helmet over. So let me go over here. I'll change it over. So here is the kind of the render there. And then this is where it shows all those parts there. So you've got the helmeted head that's empty. You've got the head with the face in it, or the helmet with the face in it. And then you have her with her short little hair. And that's how her hair looked in the cartoon. So, and then it does have, let me go back to the original picture. It does have the logos on there. If you can see here, you can see on the chest there. And I think, yeah, on the chest, it has the logo, but then the legs have that nice. So either I did print and modify the legs to make them seated. so I can put them in there. I did that on Mesh Mixer, kind of just cut and turned. It doesn't look good but if she's sitting down, you can't tell. I just need to putty it around a little bit on her butt. But I did put it on a Origins set of legs, and it works really good. I used that Becky Lynch legs. So all I would need to do is paint over the Becky Lynch legs and maybe do some sculpting to the boots to put those 3 lines on there. So that's what I'm going to use for Marlena. Okay, you told her. You got a room for rent. Imagine the Prince we could, dude. Honestly, like I have my son on Sunday nights and Monday nights, but other than that, his room is empty. But all right, let me remove this real quick. Stop screen. Okay, back to my ugly face. Yeah, got to do some putty working. It's, and I should have brought it up, I guess, but I just kind of, I wanted to bring up these pieces here, and so instead of bringing that up, the only thing with this, and Alf, you'd know this for sure right away, but it does almost feel a little, just slightly grainy, but not really. But it's weird. It's almost a strange. So here's the other thing. With that price, they have a red glow in the dark and a blue glow in the dark. So I ordered those right away because I didn't realize, if I would have known there was a blue glow in the dark and a red, I probably would have ordered those first, because I've never had a blue or red glow in the dark. But I think that would make a really cool print for maybe not just the armor, but some weapons, maybe even some lightsabers. I could do red and a blue and a glow in the dark. Are you kidding? Could you imagine that kind of glow with a blue and a red glow in the dark? Like that'd be really, really cool. We've got the time scales in the house. Welcome in, sir. Everyone like and make sure you subscribe. Cheers from San Francisco. Thank you, sir. Welcome in. Appreciate you. Did Tom finally finish his live? Oh yeah, no, he came into mine. Did he finish right at 7? That guy, man, I tell you what. Oh yeah, I know. Just Jeff might appreciate the old lightsaber thing, even if you do, because there's a lot of files for Star Wars. We know that. But if there was even just a small one for the 6-inch, like the Black Series, that would be so cool to have a glow in the dark lightsaber to go with, your Darth Vader or whatever. I don't know. Did you see this one, Jeff? Hold on. I don't know if you saw my little Star Wars thing, but this is a Ross find. This is so cool. This was, the only weird thing is it's Princess Leia's lightsaber. I don't even remember her having a lightsaber. Maybe it was in the later ones. I don't know if I even remember her. I don't know. So it is a Princess Leia lightsaber, but it was a Ross find for, was it 29? I think it was $30 for it. So Tom ran almost 4 hours today, about to make dinner here. Just want to stop by. Are you going to end up making that shrimp meatloaf? Are you going to end up doing that, dude? Where we have super chats still doing? Yes, I am doing that still. My super chats are at $10. So we are $15 away for doing a blind box giveaway for that. So yeah, not bad for a freaking Ross thing. That was, so yeah, I got it at Ross. It's in that high-end Marvel Legend, or not Marvel Legend, Hasbro, whatever, I did also get a Black Panther helmet mask, and it lights up. I got that for 30. I think I got that one for 39, maybe 29 or 39. It was one of those, but it was around Christmas time, not this last Christmas, but the Christmas before, when they were loaded up on their toys. And I had that, like I said, the Black Panther helmet is so cool. Like, you push the button, you could push it and the eyes pop up, and then you push it again, like with it closed, and like the whole mask lights up purple, and it's just sick as hell, man. That one's really, really, really cool. Leia had a saber in the last 3 movies, but that's neither here nor there. $30 for a saber, hell yeah. And that's kind of where I was at. And I was like, would it be uncool if it was obviously somebody else? But then if it was somebody else, it's probably not one that went on clearance and went to Ross, right? I mean, Let's be honest. I mean, I was like, they had the Love and Thunder hammer for Thor, which is like $100 hammer normally, but it's from Love and Thunder, so nobody wanted it. So I didn't even buy it because everybody's like, when I saw it, whoever walked up, they're like, Love and Thunder. I didn't even watch that movie, but they're like, that movie sucked. No wonder that didn't sell. And I'm like, oh, all right, I'll put it back. But apparently that shit was pretty cool too, like the sound effects and stuff with those high end Marvel or Hasbro pieces. Shrimp and beef meatloaf. Nope, got outvoted by the wife on that one. She's like, "What's wrong with you? Are you crazy?" Joe Smith is in the chat because I'm not. He is. He's the one. Oh no, did Joe Smith? No, not Joe Smith. It wasn't Joe Smith. Matthew was the one that came in because Matthew won last week. So that's the one who gave me my first super chat because his stuff's coming and he's going to be surprised. And he even did it before I showed off the glow in the dark because I don't know, maybe it is a blind box, but maybe there's probably going to be something glow in the dark in this week's box. I don't know because I printed a whole bunch of glow in the dark shit. You guys see it. It's worth it. I'm just saying. I'm not one to push for handouts. I always want to make sure that I get something to you that's going to be worth your super chats. I'm just saying. It's not bad. The only person that I know that doesn't need any of my shit is Alf. Because he's got it all too. But no, I did not see any Joe. I did not see Joe Smith. I did not see Mr. Home Arcade, but I know he does listen in as he works. And I did say his name. And usually when you say his name, he arrives. Just saying. Home Arcade. No, I'm joking. The grainy feel. Did you slosh a lot in IPA? Good. Wash you. Well, this is the thing. I know that feeling and I know the graininess and I know, but this is more of the texture of the print. So, you know what I'm saying? That's why I brought it up because I clean them all the same. You know what I end up doing is I don't have any of that other, I didn't pay for a wash and cure station or anything. I have a salad bowl and it's got a pump on the top and I fill it with IPA. And I put the stuff in there and I push the top in it. And it's got that little bowl inside the bowl with the net, like kind of the little crack or the holes in it. And it spins around and I put it in there for a minute or 2 minutes and I push down and I let it sit, push down. And then after I get it out, I spray it with IPA from a water bottle, but I have the bottle full of IPA and I spray it for a finish and then I clean it off. So I do all that with everything. And like I said, there's no grain, no nothing. I did them all the same because I washed them all at the same time. No grain. It's literally, it's like the texture of the, it's not crazy. It's just different. And it's, when we're used to a certain thing, it's just different from what I'm used to. But the print came out phenomenal. The detail is the same as everything else as Elegoo does with the Saturn. I printed the glow in the dark stuff on the Saturn 3. So that was a good stuff. See the Broncos schedule. Broncos got a UK game. My Bills got an easy schedule this season. Ross has those awesome deals. Yeah. I did see the schedule. The only thing that I saw that it came out. I got the email. Of course, my sports Instagram that I'm normally not on anymore. I'm sure the whole freaking thing is covered in the schedule, but I thought the only thing I did see for sure was that we were playing the Chiefs at Arrowhead on Christmas Day. So I know that for sure, but I didn't go through it all yet. I mean, I saw who we were playing at the end of the year. It just obviously now we know where they're playing and all that. So I'm interested. Who are they playing in UK? That's an interesting one. They had a blue-bladed lightsaber, which constructed after the Battle of Endor. She trained with an under brother Skywalker and was seen in the Rise of Skywalker. And I probably remember that, but I forgot already. So, yeah. Mr. Home Arcade, Mr. Home Arcade, Mr. Home Arcade, 3 times. What's up, Frank Dumanu? What is going on? Welcome in. Cheers, my friend. Cheers. And we got SCS Dog. Aloha. Sorry about your Nuggets yesterday. Still got, and honestly, dude, when I look at it, I'm like, we need to get some more players. We need a deeper bench. We need to help Jokic out. We need to probably part ways with one of the guys that we've been holding on too long. We need to make sure that Gordon is happy and re-signed because he is a freaking stud. I mean, our three main, I think the only three that we need to just leave alone is Jokic, Murray, and Gordon. And some people might even argue Murray. But everyone else, we need to figure out some stuff because we're holding on to players that are mediocre and some of the ones that are younger, like even Peyton Watson, he comes in a little bit here and there. He's just, I guess he's not getting enough time, but still, do we have the time to work and try to get him better? Strother, he could shoot lights out, but man, he's too young and he's obviously letting the big moment get to him a little bit. Christian Brown is another one we should probably hold on to. He's a solid player all the way around. But if we do get out of this, what's our consolation? We win, then what? We have to play Minnesota, who's been beating our asses like they were our stepdad for how long? So you win and then you get that next. Like, I don't know. It's tough because you know that the depth is not there and Jokic is just getting worked. And I'm not saying he's getting worked to where he's getting beaten. He's just the coach and the team he is doing everything and he is freaking tired, man. It's crazy. Poof, he arrives and says in his voice, "It's showtime." All right, buddy. Enjoy your dinner. I hope you have something that was tasty, and I'm glad it's not fish. Just kidding. Mr. Kyle, what's up? Welcome in. What Motu figure are we most looking forward to this year? You know, after this guy arrived, and I still have that head on him because I think I'll just leave that on until I get a second one, and then I'll put the regular head on the second one. I am honestly like pretty intrigued with that oversized Moss Man that's coming for Masterverse. I'm a Masterverse guy more than anything. That being said, I did get an email on Sunday night, maybe Monday morning, that the 4-pack had arrived at BBTS. So I got charged for that. And then immediately when I got charged, I had it shipped from my pile of loot. So that 4-pack should be here early next week. I think Monday it said. So that'll be cool. The Battle for Eternity or whatever, that's going to be a cool set. I'm looking forward to getting that one. But also coming up on San Diego Comic-Con in the next, 2 months from now, we're going to see some cool ass shit that maybe the newest release for the Snake Layer. I'm really excited about the Fright Zone. Was completely blanked. So the Fright Zone coming out is going to be nice. It's kind of, I don't know, dude. I'm excited about a lot of it, but I need to get a damn job. I'm getting kind of nervous. I won't be able to get any of that shit if I don't get a job. Buffalo Bills got an easy schedule. Yes, I was just said that. That's crazy. Need a pass first point guard. Yeah, I mean, even if you got a good pass first point guard and put Jamal as a shooting guard, like Jamal's a shooter, and yes, he will say, "Oh, I'm point guard." But you're a scorer, dude. Like those drives he had, some of those drives were insane, and he played well last night. It just when it came down to it, man, they hit 2 threes and we missed. Like Jokic hit that crazy loop-de-loop that he normally does, like he did over Anthony Davis twice. Like that crazy ass 3-pointer he hit and freaked out the whole crowd. If you looked at the crowd and all of them were just like, how the hell did he do that? But we're like, yeah, that's Jokic. But the Celtics won by 25 without Tatum. Uh-oh. The Knicks are in trouble. Did you hear that, Jetman? Uh-oh. My dad just messaged. It's funny. My dad texts me and it comes up on since I'm all Apple, it comes up on the laptop. And it just all ding and it tells me. But anyway, so yeah, they need to figure some things out. The problem with that is you've got 2 7-footers at the same time on the floor. You have a 7'4" guy and a 7-footer that play for Oklahoma City, and we have Jokic. That's not a rim protector. You need someone. I mean, yes, Michael Porter Jr. is tall, but right now he's not playing well. He's hurt. He's injured. He's trying to play through that injury, and it's not helping because he's got a bum shoulder. You need somebody. You need a big, aggressive guy. You need an aggressor, not as much as old. Wow, I need to seriously stop. I'm blanking. Dude from the Warriors. not as much as green, but somewhere in between there, somebody that's going to do some damage, that's going to help block and be a blocker. I mean, hell, why not try to be in the runnings for Giannis? You put Giannis and Jokic on the same time on the floor. Why? Why not? It sounds crazy, but Giannis can be a freaking 5 and Jokic could be a 4, or vice versa. Switch them. Let Giannis be the 4 because he's a little faster. Why not? I mean, do it. Shit. Get rid of some stuff. Drop off some players. They've got value. Might as well. Broncos play the Jets in UK. Well, that's cool. That'll be fun. And honestly, they've been playing. Kenny wants Blade. I want Mikey's Blade. That sounds funny. Yeah, I want Mikey's Blade because it's got an autograph. Yeah, Blade's gonna be cool because I did get lucky enough to get all the Masterverse movie figures, so he will fit nicely in with, you know, Beastman and Evelyn, Skeletor, He-Man, and Gwildor. Yeah, so that's cool. So Kyle caved and bought Turtles of Grayskull Merman on eBay. Finally complete the line. Had to do it. Oh, do I ask? Do I ask how much you paid? I don't want to ask, but it kind of dropped after they had like a German Amazon was selling it for 60 or something like that, and so people were paying a little bit less. But I saw some of those prices on that, man. He was going really high, crazy. Yeah, poor Jets, huh? But I'm happy that I have the season to look forward to this year, because my Broncos normally, they haven't been good for a long time. Like 10 years we've been in the shit. So it's really nice to see that we have playoff hopes. We have, like, this is the same thing with the Nuggets. Like, I've been a Nuggets fan my whole life and they were awful. And I go back to getting Nicholas Vili in the 3rd or 4th pick in the draft, or 2nd pick in the draft. He was the worst pick ever in history. And, you know, like, I went through all those moments, but I mean, he also was there with Mutombo and you know, who was I thinking of? I wanted to say Chris Jackson, but Mahmoud and Bryant Stith and Antonio McDyess and all those guys. Like, that was Rodney Rogers. That was great basketball. Then they had a really bad stint. And then when Jokic came around, we started getting better, and we still were missing the playoffs. And we were still like, well, we're getting there, you know? And then finally now it's like, if we missed the playoffs, it would be a shock, right? So for Denver, that's kind of where we're at the cusp now, because we made the playoffs last year. We have a solid group. We got a really good we got some great defenders to add on to the defensive player of the year already. Dude, I'm all about it. I am all about it. I should do a sports show, right? I know a little bit about sports. Yeah, where is Blade? Mikey. Jamal needs to be a shooting guard. Yeah, exactly. You're right, man. Yeah, he should be soon. We were hoping he was going to be the one that came at the end of this month, right? But Mattel be weird. Yeah, they are a little bit coy. And then the fact that they actually had that one to give to Mikey for that giveaway, which was crazy. Yeah, and that he's nowhere. So he has to be one of the exclusives from Mattel Creations. That's what I'm thinking. It is going to be that Club Grayskull purchase. Nuggets are facing a similar issue with the Bucks did after their grasping to keep it. Yeah. Well, and I look at that the same way my Broncos did when they won the Super Bowl in 16. It was like everybody wanted to get paid, and you know, like Julius Jones left, and what's his name? The front. Oh, damn it! I blanked on his name. It was the front line, the D lineman that left. He was solid, and he went for a big contract. Once you get the winners, they, you know, if you get a winning team, a lot of guys go for the money, and you know, just like Bruce Brown did. Good on him, I guess. You know, 120 for U.S. packaging. Okay, I mean, you got it right. I mean, I got that 4-pack or 5-pack of the Lords of Power. I end up paying $320 for it. There was some other things that I paid a little up on with, like the Power Con or the San Diego Comic Con, whatever, the con exclusive She-Ra. I end up paying over $100 for it, and because I needed it, I had to get it. The only thing that I'm not I got all the Turtles of Grayskulls caught up. But the only thing I don't have for Origins, which I've probably stated a few times, and I apologize, but the only thing I don't have for Origins is the Duplicat and Leo Faker and the very first 2-pack of Adam and He-Man. Everything else I got. The last thing I needed that I received was Faker Battle Cat gave me my Christmas gift of the Mysteries of Grayskull. So that's the one I was short on. LaShonda West, hello, Kenzo. I'm Wesley Jordan. Nice to meet you. How are you doing? I'm doing fantastic. You've been in before. I remember you coming a couple weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. So welcome in. Thank you. Birthday was 4 days away. Uh-oh. How old are you going to be? I got to say, Wesley Jordan, how old are you going to be? Because, we're all getting old. Skeeta is a deep cut. Yeah, Skeeta was terrible, right? Gosh. But we picked him like 2, right? He was, But then we had some good times with Mello, and we had good times with Iverson and Mello, and then Billups and Mello. I hate how, especially after hearing him have his side of the story out because he has his podcast, and hearing how shitty George Karl was to them, and hearing what's his name have the same story on the Gills show. I am so sorry. My mind is super blanked. Kenyon Martin, God. So after Kenyon Martin talked about it and how everybody that was involved with George Karl said what a terrible, and he was even like, when they're asking if they should extend his contract, he's like, I don't care, do whatever you want. Extend him if you want. Give him a bonus. Who cares? And Mello could have been like, dude, I get rid of this guy. He's a racist. He does not like superstars. He's a good coach X's and O's, but he's a terrible person. So like Kenyon said, they were winning despite his coaching. So I just thought we had such a good team. And obviously, I don't know if anybody was going to get by Kobe that year, but that's it. How dare me cave in coming from the guy that just clicked confirm and pay on eBay. Yeah. Oh, the Battle Armor Skeletor. Oh, how much did you pay? Oh no, it's such a painful thing to have to do that, man. Yeah, that sucks. Kyle, Battle Armor Skeletor is gonna be the next. Just keeps going up. Yeah, him and what was funny? There was 3 that just were so crazy to me. So the Battle Armor Skeletor, and I was seeing him. If I would have known, I'd have scooped him up at every Target I saw him. And web store, I only got one web store, and I got it from Palmart back in the day when it was available, when it was brand new. And the other one that was weird that I actually got at a discount was the Stratos. I was so weird that the Stratos is going for like $85 to $130 on eBay right now, and it's the Masterverse Stratos. It's so weird that some of the Masterverse figures are going for more than a lot of the Origins ones, because you would think Origins usually, for the most part, is the most popular line, right? Compared of the 2, even though Masterverse, I think, is superior in every way. What? Fight me. Fight me. What? Just joking. I think you guys might agree. What's up, Carol? Anthony Bennett, number 1 of the Cavs, is the worst pick ever. Okay. Well, and you know what? It might be argued that Sam Bowie is the worst pick ever, number 2 to the Portland Trailblazers, as Michael Jordan was next, right? Sam Bowie. Oh, God. Sam Bowie. Give me a break. Oh, we got to quit BSing and get together so we can talk sports. Hell yeah. I agree. Dude, after this, let's pick a day and let's do it. I agree. Back to work. All right, buddy. Thanks for coming in, man. You're probably already gone because I'm probably letting the chat get away from me here. What's going on? What's up, Ed? Yeah, a couple of my friends have some, so I figured I'd kind of jump on the bandwagon and get me old YouTube's channel of the YouTubes. I want to get paid, but I'm not good at sports ball. Dude, honestly, like, I was all like, basketball was my life growing up. Like, I lived on the basketball court. Like, I was the kid that my mom was yelling at 10:30 to get in the house because the neighbors were going to bitch. And I was playing on a dirt basketball court out in my backyard. There was a hoop on my garage, and I dribbled around on this uneven dirt ground, until it kind of got a little bit more even just from playing on it so much. But like in the summertime, my grandma lived 4 houses away from the the basketball court. So I was there all summer, and I would stay there. I'd eat dinner there, and I'd go play basketball all day. And as soon as it got curfew at 10 o'clock back then, so had to get in by 10. But I play all the time. That's all I did. But after high school, I mean, it was all state. We should have done so much better. We were 13-3 my senior year. We should have, but we got beat. We got beat at the end of it was the district tournament, and back then there was no round robin, no bracket. We lost in districts. We were 13-2. We lost. We were done. We were like, wait, we were seeded 4th in the state. We were like one of the best teams, and we lost in overtime by 1 point to Manitou, and it was like stupid. Should have won. I was the only starter left in the game. Our whole team had fouled out. Not saying there's anything wrong with the refs, but like I said, our whole team was fouled out except me. Anyway, so what's up, Ray Black? What's going on? Welcome in. We are total a tube official now. 25. Ooh, you are a youngster. Well, happy early birthday. Everybody give I have to go back now because the name doesn't match the screen name. Wesley Jordan. Everybody will wish Wesley a happy birthday. 25th. You got a long ways to go. I tell you. It's been 22 years since my 25th birthday. So, and I still feel, my back feels bad, and my health is not very good with my back, but otherwise I feel like I look okay. I don't look 47. I think I do all right. Sometimes it has to do with dyeing the hair on your beard, but who knows? Let's see. You didn't miss anything because we talked sports. So it's a good thing you weren't there. You would have left anyway. Sam Bowie got injured. Blazer already had Drexler on the roster. Yeah, but that goes back to like best available to say, but this is like a generational. And even back then, you kind of knew he was going to be a freaking stud. I don't know. And I guess it is one of those, like, you can only have one basketball. There's, you can put two guys that are the same position. I get it. But when you compare, even if Sam Bowie would not have gotten injured, I think it still would have. I don't know. Hey, you two. Welcome to both of you. Darn it. That's awesome. So anyway, yeah, I think never mind. I was checking my phone there real quick. There's like a little blue dot on something. Chat filter? I don't know what that is. Anyway, so yeah, so I got all caught up into the sports ball talk, and now I'm all like, derp-a-derp. I don't even know what I was going to show next. Because I showed off. Oh, you did miss some of my prints, Allison. I don't know if you saw my glow in the dark stuff for my new printer resin, which was really, really cool. I am excited to do some more painting. Allison, we need to get together and do our Catra paintings pretty soon. I know you're getting your studio set up, and I'm excited for that. I 3D printed a Catra from the DreamWorks Netflix She-Ra show, and it's a really cool statue. And so I printed one for Allison, so her and I can do like a live with us painting the figure, because she has her coloring lives, and she invited me on to that a while back, and so that'd be cool for us to do one of those with the statue painting. What's up, Dave? Speaking of creating stuff, Dave's Dimensions, guys, head over to Dave's Dimensions and check out what he's got cooking, man. He is doing one of the coolest cosplay Back to the Future Ghostbusters mix that I've seen, and I gotta say, dude, it is freaking awesome. Really, really cool. Anywho, Glow in the Dark Armors rock. Put them on someone's. Let's see them fit. Yeah, let's do that. I did bring the back to the He-Man one. The other ones I think I brought the Skeletor one as well. So let's put this here. And basically, if you could see the tabs, they're not. So the one thing I had a problem with, like the WWE battle armor, which was Rowdy Roddy Piper, I believe. It's huge. It's bulky. It's big. I hated it. Like I bought, he was $5 on Walmart's website, or excuse me, on the Walmart app. And I bought like 4 of them. And I was like, ooh, I'm going to customize the battle armor, because I had the battle armor for, classics. And I even have the replaceable chest armor and stuff. And that was good for like the fakers, because the battle armor faker you can only get in that 2-pack with Bizarro, and it's a $450 to $550 set. So in order to get a battle armor faker for classics, you had to have that. And I actually had one scanned. A buddy of mine scanned it before I got my scanner, and it came out great. So I have that. So I didn't have it for Origins though, and I thought, well, I'll just customize that. And I opened it up and I was like, oh, I can't do anything with this. It's terrible. It, like I said, it sticks out far, and it's too bulky on the bottom, and the tabs are too big. This one, the tabs go back far enough to where it doesn't really affect it too much. And actually what Aliencito is doing with that other armor that he just started making with that has the sword, that you can put the sword in the back, is even better. So here you go. It's a beautiful fit. And with these, I did one thing different with this armor, and it's my own personal thing, because I am kind of more, I don't want something that's going to fit so tight that it's going to be extremely difficult to remove and to put on and it can break. I print mine at 101.5%. And it's beautiful, because it's just a little bit of a gap. It's not something, because the other ones, if you print them at 100%, they're just, you gotta really try hard. And you know what that's going to do? That's going to break. Where this one, you have it set up, you just grab the bottom, and then I put my finger down here and I pull, and it comes right out. And then those top pegs, you can just pull up when the head's off. And so you got it. It's a beautiful fit when it's, like I said, in Alf, if you ever do it, I'm sure you probably do that too. We live and learn. We modify our work based on our own experience. And like I said, with these, printing them at 101%, 101.5 makes all the difference in the world. I tell you that. Let's see. Oh, his arm piece is getting in the way. Let me take that arm piece off. Sometimes you got to just take the arms off to get it to go in. And then I think I need to do some shaving on this one. Yep, I need to do some shaving, because the pegs printed, and I didn't, like I said, these are straight off the printer, and some of the, looks like a support piece is stopping it. But this one will be a good armor for Scare Glow, because then, or even one of the Snake Men. I do have the Aliencito stuff with the Snake Man, and that Skeletor piece, I'm gonna have to work on it, because I always make sure everything fits nicely before I do anything. Before I start painting it, I'm not going to get it all painted if it doesn't fit right. Yeah, there's just a little piece that's holding onto it, but yeah, it's a good fit. Good fit. I just need to I need to cut a little bit of piece off of there, and it works great. It'll go right in. And then, of course, like I said before, you do that, and you've got a pretty nice glow-in-the-dark armor. And then I'll paint around it and give it some, some accent colors and things like that. It will be nice. It will be nice. And then this one is the armor for, like I said, for Goatman. And that one you just you put it over this head, and then the supports grab onto it down below. So the tabs just go right in there. So this would be a cool armor for any of the evil horde, right? As long as obviously the body has to fit, because they do have some odd, strange ones but this would be cool for even just like a Hordak, or for maybe, I don't know, got so many, even for that new Grizzlor, or even the old well, not the old Grizzlor, but the new Grizzlor, it would work. Voltec, it would work on Voltec, because his is just a paint, right? His is just a piece painted on his body. But yeah, they did pretty good by giving us more of the horde too. Trying to think who else it would look good on. Yeah. Hordak, I guess, right? It could be Hordak, but anyway, all right. Let's see. That would be pretty awesome. Looking forward to watching. Oh yeah, we were talking about a lot of those WD armors were classic ones. I don't know what happened to the Piper one. I don't look it. No, it looks so bad, dude. Like I said, that the armor for it was the Masters of the WWE, and it was like I said, it came out so far, and then it had the removable tab, but all the tabs were flat. They didn't have any kind of texture to them, and they just had like a different sticker. And it was just I painted one orange, and I was going to try to do a battle armor faker, and I ended up getting rid of the project halfway through. It was terrible. The Jitsu armor that Mr. T wires and the exact classics. I was Spiker armor from Junkyard Dog. Those were classic, exactly. Just Piper on them was too bulky. Okay, so maybe it was just the Piper, and maybe that was why it was so easy to find and cheap, because no one liked that armor and it was really bad. But I did end up doing a 3D print. So there was, I don't know where I found it, but I got a like one of those masks, like just the bottom, so the nose down, one of the like the masks for kind of like the Beastman, you know, the I want to say what my brain is like on pause today, but samurai masks, and with kind of like what Ninjor had, but it's just the bottom. And so what I ended up doing was I got on that mesh mixer and I put that mask onto a Jitsu head, and it's a classics Jitsu head that fits on a, so it would be what they called him something else, right? They would have him, and it's for an Origins, but it looks really cool that I covered that mask on there and put it, I don't know, just something different. And I printed it out and I got it. It looks really nice. I didn't bring it upstairs though, darn it. It's still down there, but slight scale up assembly makes it much easier. Absolutely. And nothing too crazy. Like you don't want to go up to like push the up button and get it to 105. Then you're swimming in it. It looks terrible, but just a little touch more. And it is very nice. So, but yeah, so those prints, I'm going to get all those painted, I think, after the stream. Like, God, that is such a cool, and this is the newer Aliencito armor that, like I said, on the back part, you could see the portions are a little bit narrower on the, well, maybe, oh yeah, no, they're actually a lot narrower on the shoulders there. So it takes up a little less, it's a little less bulky. The tabs are smaller. It looks just a lot cleaner. And then like on the back, he's got the two little pegs that come out where you can store your sword. So I've done a lot of those prints just because I like the way that the design is. And like I said, this one is really, really cool for a Horde member. And like I said, it'll still have that part in the back. And it does have the shape of the Origins figures. So when you put it on, it's going to mold. It fits beautifully on the body because it's got the outline of the body on the inside. Aliencito, I have to give a big shout out to that guy, because in the printing game, he realized, and a lot of them do, because Yurko's the same way, because he knows as a collector also. And Level Evil Horde, I think, is kind of the same way, but I think Aliencito, he makes these kits for us that love Origins, that don't want to deal with like the Moron Wallace. He makes cool stuff, but he makes full figures of like a vintage POA. And you've got the arm, you've got everything is going to be POA, like the four, arms, neck, and waist. And so you're not getting a lot of the points of articulation, where Aliencito gets it as a collector, and he makes these kits that fit perfectly to Origins. So you use your current Origins bodies, and he's got the armor and the hands and the feet and the head and everything else you need, to where the arms and the articulation and the legs and the articulation, you have already because you're using your own Origins figure, and the kit is there perfect to I didn't even realize that. Yeah, I guess I did. Did you guys ever, he was sitting there. You notice that fanny pack on the back of him for the 2000X? I know the 2000X has it, but it's just funny to see. I was looking at it. I was like, what is there on the back? But yeah, I think it's gonna. So it's exciting, and I'm super excited that we finally got the tariffs are down at this point for 90 days. We're down to 30% from China. I did see that Super 7 already made their minds up to cut a lot of people, so they had a huge layoff. Don't know what's going to happen with Super 7 there, but they had to get rid of a lot of workers to kind of help themselves out as far as what they were losing. And but as far as the toys that are coming, I'm super excited. I know we've got a Flipor coming pretty soon. I did hear that from Mega J last night on the Toilette takeover. I did hear that they were that the Flipors are on the grounds. They are in the US, and that they will be getting sorted out and shipped out. I did order a couple. I know I ordered a standard. I think I ordered a Slacker. No, what did they? Oh, Slacker. That's the Turtles of Grayskull. What is the bad guy's name? Jeez, I'm terrible. So I ordered one of those, and then I did a glow in the dark. I think that was the other one I ordered from the Kickstarter. So I ordered 3 from the Kickstarter, I believe. What's going on, Alan? Welcome in. Hey, I still need to open up that file that you sent me, damn it. Oh, Alan, let me tell you. So you're a 3D printer. This is concerning you. I'm sorry for everybody else that's heard me say this a couple times already. I found, so Ceratech always had that really good glow in the dark resin, right, for the printers. But Sunlu has a glow in the dark green, blue, and a red. And I just got some in the other day, and I did my first print. It comes out very strange. It's very mealy and like goopy and really thick. But I did a mixture of, like, I put 33. I put like 30% or more of the clear resin in there and mixed it up to get a better consistency for my own thought process. I'm sure it would print the same even if I didn't add the clear resin to it, but it printed great. It, like I said, I was telling Alphin Flick, because he does the 3D printing as well, but the texture is a little different, but it's not going to deter me because this is a $30 glow in the dark resin. Ceratech is $60. So for me to find something like that we can use that's glow in the dark and is half the price of the other stuff, and it glows just as well, I'm all about it. Speaking of awesome people, oh, there's my boy right there. Looky. Woo wee. There's the man who made this thing possible right here. Yeah. So I've been rambling on about you a little bit, Yurko. Yeah, I think it's a freaking awesome piece. I do have some work to do still. I still have to do some putty and some sanding and all that stuff, but I think once I'm done painting it and I finish doing that Marlena, it's going to be great. But yeah, so I did talk a little bit about the 3D printing stuff, and it's just so much fun to know that we have people that just care so much about the collecting, and they go so deep into the lore or into just deep dives in the cartoons. Like Yurko has done so much. Like, I know something that Alf is doing that Yurko's a part of that I'm not, whatever. I'm going to shut my mouth because that's not my thing, but they are doing so much in the form of saying, look, tariffs are coming. Everybody's freaking out about collecting and all this. And all the while, us with the 3D printers are getting just spoiled like no other because we have designers like Yurko. He is just such an amazing artist, and he puts together so many amazing things that, like I just saw that we got some stairs for this. He just finished the other day. I saw we got the stairs to this part that's going to be just like the movie scene. So I'm so excited to get on that. So of course, I had him. We might need the piece for the sword, Yurko, right? I'm gonna put some pressure on him because it's alive. But you know how he had like a little piece in front of him where he put his sword into it, right? So I think we need that, Yurko. But no, I mean, just amazing work, man. I cannot say enough about the 3D artists out there. And like I said, he's cream of the crop, man. Bothers me that in every cast there's always Queen Marlena, but her figure doesn't appear. Want Queen Marlena? Yeah, no. And I mean, and especially because like those, like you said, the boxes, they're everywhere. And Marlene, we need her. And especially because they've been doing so well with people like Geldor and some of the figures that were classics, and they did so good with giving us exactly the same thing. But at the same time, with the Marlena, they did a green suit Marlena. Like they need to do the Marlena with the white. Yeah, I would love to get that space suit Marlena. That would be amazing. Ooh. Dude, see, this is what I'm talking about. Dude, he's like, come on now. You're the man, Yurko. You are the man. But yeah, so it's just one of those where, like I said, I know this show has been a little bit heavy on the 3D printed stuff. But I just, like I said, it's so much fun being able to upgrade our parts. Like, I mean, it just like putting together things like, oh, let me see, where does head go? Oh, I dropped him and his head popped off. But like even things like this, where I mean, how cool is that? Like a 2000X kit for an Origins. Like that's what I was talking about with Aliencito. He puts together these kits to say now we use our existing figures and we can make whatever. Like if you have a Jitsu or that you bought for $7 because it was wave 7 and the price got dropped down, or $5, whatever it was, and you can use those for all the different kits that they have. So I mean, I don't know. I just think it's a really cool extra, especially for people that like myself and Alf, that and Alan. Alan does so well too with his own right, where he gets these, and he modifies a lot and makes his own on Blender and does his own thing with a lot of parts. And of course, Alan, that's just the tip of the iceberg. If you guys haven't checked out Vine Jungle Figure Factory, I think, what is the other page that you have? I think that's the one where you have all your horror stuff, right? It's a different one. Dude is an amazing artist and puts together things like, I mean, he literally does haunted houses. That's his job. Like he is a freaking amazing artist, and he puts together some crazy, crazy stuff, man. Like there's sometimes on the clubhouse on a Saturday where he's working on a 1-to-1 scale evil child coming after you that he puts on there as a part in the back. So it's so cool, man. But yeah, I agree. Like it's just it's so cool that we have so many talented people. But like I said, it's not just making the piece, it's knowing exactly, like Yurko saying, it bothers him that we don't have a Marlena yet. Like that's somebody who, he's one of us. He's a collector, but he's also on top of that an amazing 3D artist. So it's so cool to have that combination. And so Stilt Beast Studios. You guys haven't gone over there, check him out. It is like, yeah, you'll be impressed and amazed, like all of us are every time we talk to Alan and he shows us something new and we're just all in awe about it. So, but anywho, so guys, I know we haven't hit the 2-hour mark tonight, but I did the lawn, and like I said, we were pulling weeds and stuff, and the spine is yelling at me right now, and I've been sitting on my heating pad, and it just isn't really doing too much. So I think I need to move myself to a different seat with my back the way it is right now. Many modelers have grown up, and that enlarges the possibilities. I'm happy about that. So many can have things that we, yeah. Absolutely. And that's it. Like they grew up watching and loving these things and knowing like, man, how cool would it be? Like we never knew that 3D printing would be a thing when we were kids. Like that was so far off, that we never thought about that. And the fact that now we have it, it's there, and not only is it there, but it's affordable. It's something we can do. And then if we are so talented like Yurko and like even like Alan does, to make something from scratch and then put it on there and print it and know that you did it from start to finish. Like for me, I always say shout out to the artist, because I'm printing it. Yes. Am I a decent painter? Yes, I can paint. Absolutely. And yes, is that important? Yeah, it is. But the artists are so talented, and I always make sure and do everything I can to give the shout outs to who deserves it. These people these artists that make it, and allow something that we would never have. Case in point, right? Like I didn't think we'd ever have the collector, and then Mattel threw that cheap popcorn bucket together, and now we have a really bad collector, and I have a good one, thanks to Yurko. But anywho, so thank you guys for joining. I apologize for the extra sports ball talk tonight. It is one of those things. I am a chat heavy show. I do like to chat with my peoples that come in, and we just had some people come in. So dude, and it's so I love doing that too, because putting artistic and talented people in the same, not same room together, but basically, as far as the internet goes, but putting people in touch with each other and seeing what you can come up with and what is done from it is so cool for me. And just that just adds to our, people don't like to say, or some people don't like to say, our community of just awesome people. Like, I mean, I have certain people that I know that it's a combine of, normally it is a combination of, even if it's 3D printing, it's going to be Motu and 3D printing. I have my sports group with 3D printing, and like there's just so many talented and just awesome people overall. And it's just really cool, and I'm excited to just continue to grow. Like you said, find all these new people and just be able to make new cool shit. That's the great part about it. I'll be selfish with that one and say, look at all this cool shit that I was able to make because of these people. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it is really cool. So Allison, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I enjoy it. Hey, I wish there was more people that were like kind of that do kind of toe the line with enjoying both, but doesn't happen too much. I should just start a separate channel straight for sports, right? Because I could talk sports for hours and hours too, just as much as I can toys. So, but anywho, I'm a little biased with my Denver teams, but I do appreciate and enjoy all of sports, no matter what it is. So, but thank you guys so much again. Like I said, I'm definitely I'm gonna cut it a little short just because of that tonight, and I will be back on Friday night. I'm not gonna. I think I'll get enough rest, and we'll rest the back up, and I'll put some ice on it when I get done with this, because I've been on heat, so I'm gonna go to ice and try to get this. I think it's something's inflamed. I'm getting a nerve pinched on. So, but anyway, thank you guys so much again. I will see you next week for sure at the same time. And please, in the meantime, you know what I'm going to say, right? Stay out of the streets. Have a good night, everybody.